Okay, so we are now live. This is part 88, part of the Game Engine live stream, part 19 of the GUI. So I realized that though we upgraded the SFML files for Windows, we didn't do it for Mac. Even though there's a bunch of things that's one, but there's Windows dependencies. I still like to, just keep that up to date as well. Because it's just a matter of copying and pasting some files, so I'd rather just get that done while I'm here, because I did download it, and so I do have it. Even if I didn't, I can re-download it. But if we go over to go to downloads, go to Chrome, we got it right here. So if I extract it, look, open it, and using raw now. Moaned about something. Let me just use 7-zip instead. Okay, so what we need to do is go over here. I'll actually cut this, put it in the download directory where I've got some other backups anyway. I'll call this number 3. This is just some code files. Okay, so in here, if we go to external libraries, Mac, get rid of SFML, go to Mac, we got SFML, so we should just be able to literally go in here, get rid of all of this, copy that. Actually, if I just do that, that should just copy it because it's a different drive. You will move it, and then once we've done this, we're gonna have to go over to platforms, Mac. Did I? Okay, no. So I guess the only thing I'm gonna do is this. Flac.framework is not copying over. Annoying. So let me just do this. External libraries, Mac, SFML, frameworks. I'm guessing it was in here. Nope, did not want to do whatever I just did there. It might be external libs, yeah, it's external libs. No, I did copy over, didn't I? Oh, just some resources. Don't know why that's moaning about that. I will do it in here. So want to go to downloads, Chrome, Mac, external libs, and we want to copy that over to users, fund, documents, GitHub. How's it going, Farhan? Pixelpad says, I'm good, Pixel. How is it going? Really appreciate those images. Have not looked at the video yet. We'll be looking at it soon. Actually, no. I looked at it on your channel. I'm assuming it's the same one. I did look at it on your channel. Where was I going with this? Okay, copy. Most of it copied. Don't know. I'll see when I'll get around to it. Might have to just do manually on Windows. Okay, so now that's done. We was still just doing the button stuff, wasn't we? What did I do last time? Mouse cursor. That's what we did. It was the mouse cursor stuff. Okay, so button. So we want some sort of click version. So some sort of click version. Oh, great here. Good stuff. If I go to button. And commenting that is outstanding. I thought that might have been, guess not. At least not. There I can see click star. So we've already created it. So I can say underscore click style. What I'll literally do is copy this, paste this here. We have one for every single default stuff. So we'll do something basically very similar. Underscore click style. Let me just do a nice fat square selection and go over to, I need the engine definitions. Okay, so I want to copy and paste this. I'll change this. And I'll basically have some sort of text style to it potentially, or so if I click that, but currently the button, what does it do? What does it currently do? Okay, so I'll change the background color to a slightly lighter red. That's what I'll do. I'll say background color will be 200 00255. Let me try doing that. So go to button, and I'm literally just going to replace the background color. Actually, what quicker if I just do some editing in Sublime. If I search for the equal symbol, when will you be putting my video on your channel? I'm not too sure at the moment. I might try and get it uploaded today. Hopefully soon, Pixel. Hopefully soon. And what am I gonna do in the update? I was gonna say if is clicked. Do I actually need something for this? I do, don't I? I need the actual mouse button. Ooh. See, I mean, it's a strong assumption if you want to do it to be left mouse. Hashtag default underscore button underscore clicked mouse button, and this was so what's he looking for again? So no mouse button. Probably best if it was the Sonar namespace here. And we'll say in button, we'll actually have this as a variable. We'll say underscore button underscore click button to click and we'll say which button is to be used to detect clicking toggle click and hover functionality. I want to be able to do that as well. I saw your collaboration video today as well as your Coco series. In about 3 months we'll have loads of videos. Maybe when you start to make a game I can do the art for you and collaborate. That would sound fantastic, because probably by then, well, I'm hoping, or at the start of March, the hope was by the end of this month to start making not new games but old games, basically clones of games like Pong, Brick Breaker, Tetris, that sort of stuff, and that would take a few month period for the different projects to, you know, finish. The things have slowed down a bit, or in terms of the way I had hoped things would go. So I'm thinking that'll be nearer mid to end of April now, and then so end April, start of May, we should start actually making games. And obviously for the clones, how it will be appreciated, and definitely for the game itself, not the game itself, but you know, new IPs. Because you know, I've seen your videos and they are really good. Pixel, this is gonna crash. This, I don't know why we just did it crashes when I try and snap stuff. I don't know how much of my stuff was saved. Hopefully it was a reasonable amount. Yeah, because what I want to do is when we get to the cover, making games, is not only document the coding process, which we've been doing so far on the engine, and we'll do with the game as well, but also document the artwork process as well. So that would be really good. Yes. This one is a bit old, isn't it? Sonar mouse. What library do you use? Well, we're making our own game engine. We are building it on top of SFML, but we are making our own game engine. For now, I'm gonna get it, see if it works like this, and then I'll allow it so you can actually set the button. So it's underscore button to click. I'll say set button style to click style false. Do an else. I'll set to default. We might need to nest these if statements. I'm not too sure how this is gonna play out, but let's have a look. Okay, I was thinking of making a Treasure Island game, type of your engine, and do a D-log about it. I'm guessing you mean devlog. You know, that would be great. Obviously, test the engine as well. At the moment, the engine's pretty usable. Again, I haven't really used it yet to make a game, but I feel like it is, but I wouldn't recommend it yet. I think once I made 1 or 2 basic clones, then I think it's at the point where I would start recommending, people to use it. I like how it said enjoying Visual Studio right after crashing. I know, right? Metal detecting craft harvest. Okay. Metal detecting. Is that the sort of game you're thinking about? Yes, this will not work currently. So if it's not clicked, then we're basically gonna nest this. The thing is, it has to hover over it to be clicked. Let me run that now. Yeah, versus always crashes if I had a penny. I know, it's just like it's just annoying. Yo, we got the click state done. Oh yeah, that's it. That's all the click state was. But what I do need to do is being able to trigger if you want the clicked or hover to work. I don't know, you might not. So bool underscore is hover enabled. By default, you'll be enabled. Underscore is click enabled. I want this to click style, not clicked style. Click style. That's fine. Is click enabled. Hover and click button enable status. By default, it is true. Underscore is hover enabled equals. I'll just put default underscore hover underscore status. Does not exist, but I will create it momentarily. Underscore is click enabled is click status, and it should be default. Actually, let me just copy that, go to the engine definition, hash define. By default is going to be enabled, and hover status. Okay. How would this even work? Actually, I'll just put it in here, to be fair. So, you know, I'll just put if and underscore is click enabled and underscore is hover enabled. Boom, done. So now we just need to be able to toggle them. So we'll say void enable hover. I mean, really that's it, there's nothing more to it than that. Void disable hover, void toggle hover, and we'll have another one, bool get hover status. Now we'll just comment these, and then we'll do the same for the click. Enable the hover functionality. How do you move lines around like that? Are you talking about this? If that's what you're talking about, you press Alt. Right Alt don't work, so you'll have to do left Alt, which is the one that you probably use anyway. Left Alt, up and down. I don't think left Alt. What the? What was Alt and left click doing? I think that was basically just going back in the process of what I was doing, but not an undo thing exactly. Don't believe so. So yeah, it's Alt up and down. And you are welcome. My laptop doesn't have a right shift key. Oh yeah, it's like that would be annoying. What laptop you got? Because I'm looking at my MacBook Air, which is where I look at my comments on. Because obviously you can't see them on here, and even that's got a right shift. Actually, that's a bigger one than the left one. It actually usually is, to be fair. But yeah, having that is so useful when you're right-handed by the arrows. Turn type no parameters. Get the hover status, hover enabled / disabled status. Output returns the hover enable / disable. Okay, so let's copy and paste all this for the click now. Okay, so let's implement these methods. Boom. Okay, so what we're going to say is underscore is hover enabled equals true. You know what? I'll copy and paste this. This is setting it to false. This one is setting it to itself, but just inversed. And this one is just returning it. Gotta do something very similar with this now. Run it, make sure it's still working. Omen lap. The HP omen. I think the omen is HP. And when I want to press the Ubuntu special key on my VM, I need to plug in an external keyboard. Yeah, that would be annoying. I mean, there's many reasons why I prefer desktops. Is the keyboard is one of them. Obviously, I know you can plug one in for laptop, but simply defeating the purpose. Plus the power with desktop cannot be beaten. Now, I've used laptops, let's say a MacBook Pro 16-inch, like 3-4 grand ones, and they're smooth, but when I use my Mac Pro 2013 one, that still feels faster. Just in day, you might process video faster, but like the day-to-day movement of everything, part of it is the screen itself. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We're all done with this. Clicked is done. So now we need a max and min size. Currently, when we set the size of it, set size, go to definition. Literally just say glm colon vec2 max size, call it on min size, do min size first, then underscore max size, do you create your own game engine that uses the SFML library or what? That's basically what we're doing. Creating our own game engine that is built on top of SFML. Okay, min and max size. What should I just set it to? Should I set it to something really big? Underscore min size. Unless we say there ain't a min or max. By that we would say dot x equals -1. If it's negative, then it's considered no min. And y, so the same thing for max as well. We'll have methods for this soon. minimum and maximum size of the maximum size allowed for the button. It's a common mistake, my common question, but did you think about STL for this and what are your reasons for using it small? Yes, I did think about STL. Oh, there's an extra space there. Something that's still, you know, I won't say plagues my mind, but still think about it as well. I mean, I chose this for now because I'm more familiar with it. I want to get more familiar with STL as well. I already have a tutorial series on it. Need to finish that off. It's a few years old now. Do need to get around to doing that. Yes, so this one calls this anyway, so I might as well just do it based on here. Oh, this is very interesting, very interesting. So we're gonna say if min, yeah, so I was more comfortable with it, and that's really it. I just felt like, yeah, you're better than devil, you know, yeah, basically that. I was more comfortable with it, and yeah, I could see SDL could potentially provide a better game engine or a better project, but you know, ultimately it is lower level. SFML wasn't that high, but it wasn't that low. So it was not a game engine. Yeah, it provided a lot of stuff. It provided a good bunch of Windows stuff, input stuff, and not quite the input stuff that SDL has, but it did provide it. Sprite stuff built in, because SDL needs a sprite plugin. It's not difficult to install, or a separate class, but it's like it's not part of the core SDL. So yeah, I chose SFML for that reason. The min size.x, if it's greater than -1, greater than or equal to 0, greater than 0, then we're gonna say how are we doing this min and max size stuff? So we're putting the size here. We'll say you like to have more control then. Yeah, I like to have a good amount of control. Well, more control the better, but the good amount of control, balancing between ease of use and control. Because otherwise, just use Unreal. Ultimately, I'd probably not. There's few to no games that can't be created in Unreal, but there'll be a lot of games where Unreal probably is not the best thing to be doing. Probably like Candy Crush, probably not optimized for it. But something like Cocos will be more optimized, or something like Godot engine will be more optimized for a game like that. But there's no reason you can't create in Unreal. So yeah, there's that as well to consider. Will the built-in particle editor in your engine be like Unity? At the moment, got no plans of a particle editor. Something that we could add later on, but nothing at the moment. The MetaHuman trailer is so realistic. The MetaHuman, which one are you talking about? I feel like I've seen it. MetaHuman, I'm guessing you're talking about Unreal. Yes, that came out a few weeks ago. It does look good. Okay, so if min size x is greater than 0, then we'll say if underscore size is less than underscore min size dot x, and this is this, then we say dot x, then we are literally going to say size dot x equals underscore min size dot x. I think that's it. I mean, why is that giving me an error? Let me build it, see if I still get an error. You could even say it looks unreal. You could indeed. What's a const in it? Const. Oh yeah, that's the issue. So we're gonna say glm vec to local size equals size, and we'll just do that. That'll fix that issue. So we're gonna do that for y now. Then we're gonna do for max. For max, it's gonna be slightly different. So for this, if min size is greater, yeah, so if min size, if max size is greater than 0, if the max size is the max size is less than the temp size, I think that's it. Then let's copy that and just change it all to y's. Boom, there we go. So at the moment there's no change. What I want to do is test if it says Bob in there, and if I was to say button.set text to, so this is my name. Let's just see how that works. How do you learn C++? I learned it at uni. That's the first time I touched it. Such a long time ago, 2011. 2011? Yeah, 2011 actually. Yeah, 10 years ago. And I've just built it up from there. Most of it I've learned myself though. Made a Pixel Game Engine 2.0 last year. That is Unreal really. The framework 3700. Link down in the chat. It's on GitHub and it can do what you asked. Okay, so by default it's true. So what if I happen if I do false? Whatever about that, ignore that. And what if I now say I'm going to set in the size, instead of size, temp size currently this shouldn't make no difference. Okay, now let me try setting this to 100. Let's say if we have a max, I don't know how this is going to work. Really, that should be toward the top, to be fair. I'll set it to the wide, ain't I? That was good though. Did work there. And this realistically should be over here toward the start. Okay, so that's good. So we have a max size settable now. I like that. I like that a lot. So that's good. Good stuff. And now we just need to be able to set the min max size. Void set min size minimum size. GLM vec2. This is, I'm gonna call this size, and then we're gonna have a should we call a set size method in there as well? Are you sponsored by Kite? Yes. It's a low sponsorship. Probably the only sponsorship that I've really had. They messaged me. I was like, yo, I'll whack it in there. You know, it generates like $100, $200 a month. I've had it on there for a few months. I was like, not a big fan of doing some 2-minute intro about some product that I don't actually buy, and ruin the actual video. It's in the description, and I'm like, I can always remove that from the description. I can do a mass edit on videos, so that's like, I was like, it's a no-brainer if it actually yields something, and currently it is. Can a game made on SFML be imported to mobile? Yes, SFML doesn't have the best mobile support, but there is, and I will be doing videos at a later date. I'm going to try and port this over to mobile as well. Don't know how that's going to work, because there's some Windows dependencies in there. They're controller based stuff, so may not need that anyway. Void set maximum size glm : vec2 size, and I want this to be const. Paste that, not right here, right here. So this is going to be a bunch of constant floats. Constant float ampersand x width, const float height, should do where you can set each individual one as well. Why not? Why the hell not? Void set minimum width, minimum height. Okay, so we've already had the width, and I just deleted it. Good on you for the sponsorship. Do you get many offers, and when does that happen for a YouTuber? Honestly, jack all offers so far. I think it varies on the YouTuber, but I think you have to be a bit bigger for them to really come in. Yeah, I don't get many of them. Haven't had many of them. And when does that happen for a YouTuber? I think it depends what sort of content you're creating as well. I think if it's more content that has, you know, an almost like an addictive nature to it, a viral nature to it, even if the videos aren't going viral, but like the more that type, I think you probably get more sponsorships. That's just my opinion on it. You will soon. Hoping so. Because I don't particularly want to be doing video ones. Again, when somebody offers it, and if they offer X amount, and I'm like, yo, it's a lot for my current position, I might change my mind. But I want to get to a position where I don't have to do sponsorships, you know, in my life, but I can still create these videos. Because my goal is to not only become a millionaire, but a billionaire, and also the world's first self-made trillionaire as well. I'm being serious about this, and document the process, part of it, and also create videos while I'm at that level. Because there's millionaires out there that are creating YouTube videos, but there's very few millionaires that did it outside of YouTube. Not YouTube millionaire, but just did it outside of your more business type of millionaires that are talking about business on there. There are some, but there's no billionaires that I know of that, and I'm not talking about a podcast that they appear in, but I'm talking about literally they're just talking about videos. Actually, how much is he worth? Justin Tran. Let me have a look. This is a really good. I think it's just that ain't Justin Tran. What's that thing? Twitch. The co-founder, you know, Justin Can. That's him. He has a YouTube channel now. How much is he worth? I'm gonna say about 700-800 mil. Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, no, I mean this is nothing that I would mind to be worth that much, but it's not worth as much as I thought. But you know, still, you don't get many people like that that's built something that big, that successful, that you can see videos of him talking about the process, and he does have it. If you're typing Justin Can, ooh, I like the sound of that bad boy. Okay, Justin Can.
How's it going on?
And yeah, he started creating videos. And he's talking about, you know, almost selling Twitch to Google for $1 billion, but they sold it to Amazon. You know, the real story, and you know, do a regret selling Twitch. Let's have a look. That's a short video. Let's have a look.
We thought that was an insane amount, but now reportedly Twitch is worth 15 to 20 billion, proving that things can always be bigger than you think. A couple things to consider. One, it's not clear that without the capital infusion from Amazon, Twitch would be anywhere near the success it is today. And two, having the win from selling Twitch helped me realize that having more money in the bank is not necessarily going to make me any happier. So no, I don't regret selling. Everything's as it's supposed to be.
And also thing is that I am just starting my channel this month, and you probably don't see any logic in collaborating with me. But big goals, I want to make YouTube my sole source of income. That's good stuff. And when I get big, I will not forget the channel like you all that helped me to start. So thanks for yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, that sounds good. I mean, I will upload that video that you sent, and yeah, that's literally, obviously, I'll keep an eye out. Pop me a message when you know there's a new video out. Honestly, I'll give it a like. I have no problem with doing that. Yeah, this guy, apart from like these two, doesn't have many views. But again, most people don't know Justin Can. They know Zuckerberg's, They know the Evan Spiegels, but obviously they've stayed within the company. Pretty sure he hasn't. Got a podcast called The Quest. Is he on YouTube?
You know, doing customer support.
Yeah.
Right? Something where they don't have a lot of control over how they do their job.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cheers, man. No problemo. Okay, so I'll check the System Shock video out in a second. So set minimum height. We need to be able to get it as well. Let me comment this because the comments are going to be so similar, and then I'll do the copy and paste for the max and min. Okay, so parameter, no return type, and it's going to set the button minimum size, minimum size of the button. Minimum width. One second, Pixel. Let me just finish this commenting and then I'll check out the comment that you've put there. Get rid of that. Set the button minimum width. Set the button minimum. No. Return type, no parameters. Get the button minimum size. Returns the minimum size. Button minimum width. Return the minimum width. And minimum height. Okay, so let's go do the same before the first of all, let's just now I've got to change that one as well, but that's a lowercase, so I would do that afterwards, or a separate set of copy and pastes. I'll just do it like this actually. Save that, give it a build, right click. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of methods that's gonna get implemented now. Already defined. So I'll copy the paste. Did it? Okay, so we got set. We got get. And then we do, yeah, that's what happened. Then another set of, so 3 gets and 4 sets. 3 gets and 4 sets. Get rid of the sets. Get rid of the gets. Nope, that was a-okay. Okay, so that should hopefully be alright now. So get maximum height, we are returning underscore maximum max size dot y. Now for the width, it is literally same, but we're returning x. And for the overall size, it is just the whole max size. So setting the height. I know we're in the process of doing that. I could call that one. I could call that one. Actually, there's no much need to call that one, to be fair. So if I just say underscore max size dot height equals not height dot x equals height. It's not x as well, it's y. Hey, what was Pixel saying? I see that you got recognized on YouTube because of the Udemy courses. Well, that's how I found you. So it is. So is it hard, and does it take long to get a course upon Udemy? Flappy Bird video must make you lots per month. Nah, the Flappy Bird stuff. Initially, they were doing all right, but honestly, there's so much content out there. You're unlikely to make that much. Again, I don't want to discourage you, but it's a nice little bit of passive income. Yeah, I think there's probably a few people that discovered the YouTube stuff because of Udemy, but I did YouTube stuff first, or started that first, then started the Udemy stuff, and obviously part of the YouTube stuff is emulators and gameplay now, so that's not really, you're not going to come from the Udemy for that. We are programming some of it, yes. Max size. Hang on. Should I update it? Recalculate padding, set size? No. Should I do it as recalculate size or not? Now this is a setup method I'm going to consider it as. Okay, so the height. Actually, this I'm literally going to call the other one. Set maximum size. And for this I'll just say underscore max size equals size. So I'll copy that, paste it here, and I'll change this to min. Copy that, paste it here, change this to min. And get the minimum size. Copy that, paste it here, and return min. And now the minimum height as well. Copy that. I'm going to change that to min. I'll just copy that. Change that to min size x. Width. We're going to do the same for set minimum size. Copy that one. Change that to set minimum size, and for this copy that and put that here. Give it a build. If it works, we're all done with buttons then. Yeah, still needs to do menu system. See, hovering, probably what I need to do now. Color masking, I'm not too sure I'm going to be doing any of that stuff. Textures for buttons. I mean, I guess with a rectangle you can add a texture. If you really want to. You can just set the rectangle. I mean, it's not what I would recommend doing, but you could, I guess. So I'm gonna ignore that. Up and down. We've done this now. It's tomorrow menu update. I'm hoping that shouldn't take long, and then I can. This is a bit of refactoring the code, and then should hopefully start on text box on the weekend. Hopefully text box on the weekend. Okay, so that's it. Give this another build. And I'm going to update this to 89, so we're almost on the 90th day. I'm thinking about what to do for day 100. Part 100. That'll be a pretty big milestone. Arbitrary, nothing more special than 101 or 99, but it's something we will celebrate nevertheless. That's the copy one. Okay, so button class finished. What is Demon Souls? Your game? It's not my game. It's not my game. It is a game though. It's because I'm guessing you saw it on here. So that's my own coding stuff. That's gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima, gameplay of Medal of Honor, gameplay of Demon Souls, gameplay of Assassin's Creed, and a video of this Lego assembly. So your Demon Souls, not my game. Need to play that as well. Push origin. Let's have a look at this now. See if I can stream in 4K. Should be able to if I'm not skipping it around everywhere. Can't believe I played this sort of game as a kid. Obviously it didn't look this good, but looks a bit too scary for my liking. That's pretty cool. Perfect timing. Looks very cool. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are now done. I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm going to go and chill out with the wife now. We're going to play some Mario Kart and some other Nintendo games that I downloaded. So thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for a gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima in the morning and a game engine coding live stream later on in the day. Spectronic says okay, bye Pixel Pat, and bye everyone else. Goodbye.